Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel Mode Digging. Good to see you once again. It's now early December, and surprisingly the weather is really nice. So I'm going to go out and metal detect a couple of public access areas. I'm also going to detect a house built in 1940. So this video is going to be just kind of a mix of different things that I found throughout the week. I'm also going to be looking for my 6th gold ring. I got 5 gold rings last year, and I'd kind of like to break my record from last year. So I'm looking for number 6. But we're going to have a lot of fun, hopefully find some pretty interesting relics and have a good time. So let's get straight to it. Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I've been detecting for about 30 minutes this week, and I've got about 50 cents in change, and then I found this e-cigarette in the grass. But a little while later, I just popped this out of the ground. It was a mid-60 signal, and you know what that's going to be? It's going to be an old flattened penny. It's a zinc penny, it looks to be, so maybe we'll be able to identify what it has on there. Let's take a look. I was going to mention I use these little Kool-Aid jammers to carry my water and clean stuff off, so it's usually pretty helpful, especially with silver. Let's see if we can't get an ID on this. Whew, it's chewy. If you give me just a moment, I'll clean this up a little bit more and maybe we'll get an identification. Well, it may be hard for you guys to see. These zinc pennies do not survive in the ground very well, especially when they're flattened like this and they're really thin. But that is Mickey Mouse. I can just make him out there on that coin. So it's got to be a Disney coin of some sort. It may even say Disney at the bottom, but yeah, that looks to be Mickey Mouse. So we'll take it. It was ringing up as a 70 in the ground, and it was probably about 3 or 4 inches underneath the grass. But I got my first key for the week. Not sure exactly what that's going to be, if it's a lock key or maybe like a little cabinet key, but it's a neat little find nonetheless. We'll take it and keep detecting. Well, my dad just had kind of an interesting find with a zinc penny. He just got himself a marble in the ground. We occasionally find these. Most of the stuff we dig up is not terribly old, so there's not a lot of modern children carrying marbles in their pocket, but it's still a neat find nonetheless. Pretty cool. Good job. Not too many finds in the last hour, just some change and trash. I did get this bottle cap, which is kind of cool. I don't think I've ever found a grape knee-high bottle cap. Trash, but it's kind of cool nonetheless. And then I just got a surface find. I did hear it with my metal detector and looked down and got a little red cloud charm of some sort. I almost want to say I know what that is, but I don't really know. Is it maybe from Zelda or something like that? If I find out, I'll let you guys know. I think it's just a pot metal piece of jewelry, but it's something different at least, so we'll put it away. Well, I thought I was digging a zinc penny, but to my surprise, I actually have a token here. So let's take a look at this. This appears to be a token that I actually do recognize. It's kind of a larger token, and it is a gaming token. I believe it's a pocket change token. Pocket change, I think, was the name of an arcade back like in the 80s. Let me just squirt it down with just a little bit of water here, and we'll take a look. Yeah, pocket change. Supposed to be a pocket there, which is kind of cool. And then over here it says pocket change and no cash value. Game token. It's from a bygone era when arcades used to be around. When I was really young, I could still remember them out at some of the places here in town, but they've kind of all but disappeared at this point. This was a really odd signal. It was kind of in the upper 70s and then jumping around in the iron range. But take a look what I just popped out of my plug. This is pretty strange. Take a look. I just popped my plug and flipped it over, and right there is a watch of some variety. Not sure what kind of watch that's going to be. Don't think it's anything terribly nice. Let's take a look. Oh boy. It's actually got a clasp on it. Huh. God, that's a weird looking watch. Is it even name brand? No, probably not, but boy, that's weird. You actually snap it in place. I'll take it. It's still kind of a cool find nonetheless. I've been digging up a lot of modern money and pieces of aluminum here in the last few minutes, but I just got a token, it looks like. It rang up perfectly as a token, a 79 signal. No cash value there on the reverse. What's it going to be? Commonwealth Theaters token. I find these occasionally. It's not a bad find at all. We'll put it away. Well, this is kind of funny. I just called my find here. I got a big loud copper sounding signal, and I said it was probably going to be a hose nozzle, and it is. These are not terribly old. I think they still make similar versions today, but yeah, a big piece of brass. So we'll take it. These are a pretty common find at residential locations. I just got my first one of these for the week, a little wheat penny. It looks to be a 1945. It was probably only about 2.5 inches down. I've rubbed it up just a little bit already, but yeah, a 45. Not in great shape. It's pretty corroded, but it's an older coin nonetheless. Well, I just had kind of a weird find a few moments ago and pulled it out of the ground and handed it to my father because I thought it was a piece of a pin or something like that, or maybe like some sort of section off of an award or something like that. But thankfully he cleaned it up a little bit more, and we think we know what it is now. There's actually a little piece on the back that's missing, I think. He thinks, and I agree with him, that it's a little stove, a little like wood burning stove pin or something like that. How weird is that? I've never seen anything like that. I'll have to clean it up a little bit more and maybe get some information on that. In fact, there is some writing on the back, but yeah, that's really cool. Never would have thought I'd find something like that. Well, I wasn't expecting to find one of these today in a yard, but it is a neckerchief slide. A Cub Scout neckerchief slide, it looks like. There you go. A Wolf Scout. Not a bad find. God, I find so many of these where I'm at. There's a pretty big scouting movement here in town, so we'll take it. Well, this find really had me going. Take a look at this. Talk about a disappointing find. I just got a really deep 63 signal and popped my plug here and got that. It looks to be a kid's ring, like kind of a gold-plated kid's ring, I guess. It's not a bad find, but man, I thought I had myself a gold ring there for a second. Little black stone, not a bad find, but we'll take it and maybe dig some more low tones and hopefully find something better. Up by the road right now, and I just got a 7980 signal and popped this out of the ground, and I don't know what I have. It's some sort of coin, and it looks like it might be foreign, but gosh, you're gonna have to give me a minute to clean that up. I don't know what that is. It's about the size of a quarter. It's got writing on it, but I don't really see the design just yet. Give me just a minute. Well, I don't know that I could be any more wrong about that being a foreign coin. It's actually a novelty token, so let's take a look at this. I decided to take a brush to this and clean it up a little bit so that you guys could actually see it. It's actually a tails you lose, heads I win token. It's a little novelty piece. I threw some duct tape on there too just to make it PG for YouTube. But yeah, it's kind of a fun little token. Like I said, heads I win and tails you lose. Certainly not a foreign coin or any kind of denomination, but we'll take it and keep detecting. Well, to my surprise, I got a quarter signal and popped some dirt right here. And wouldn't you know, I have got a ring that is probably going to be silver. That's awesome. It was not very deep, hasn't been out here very long. It's got some writing on there. It looks like it says purity, I think. It's maybe like a little abstinence ring. That is awesome. We got some silver for the week. In fact, yep, it says 925 in there. That is awesome. We will take it and finish up for the week. It's getting pretty dark, actually, so we'll take it. Just had a really loud 88 signal and moved some soil to the side, and I've got a toy car sitting here that I need to pop out of the ground. Looky there. That's pretty cool. It's not focusing very well, but yeah, a little Hot Wheels. It's in decent shape, too, so it's going to be something I can salvage. 2014 Mattel. We'll take it. Well, it's getting dark pretty quickly, and I just got myself a 74 signal and popped the dirt here, and I've got another ring. Let's take a look and see what this is. Is it going to be silver? Could it possibly be gold? I don't know. It popped out of the ground pretty easily. Huh. That is interesting. It's got some little tiny stones in there. Let's see if it's marked in any way. What is this going to be? I don't know. Can't quite tell if it's got any markings or not. It rang up pretty high. It could just be costume jewelry, but I don't know. If it's something interesting, I'll pop back in and show you guys. Well, after metal detecting for about 11 hours this week over 4 separate hunts, I'm back at the house now and I'm ready to go over the board. There it is, everybody, a pretty full board of stuff. Let's come over here first, though. I did remove a lot of trash this week. My father and I did, so if you're going to go out and metal detect, take as much garbage with you as you can. We actually filled up probably 2 bags of plastic trash that were on top of the ground. So if you're going to go to metal detect, take all that stuff with you. Don't just leave it out there. But we'll come back over here and kind of go around the board slowly. I got a big pile of pennies. These are copper and zinc pennies. I'll clean these up and keep the copper ones. Some of those I'll be able to salvage, but most of them are probably going to end up in one of my junk containers of zinc pennies. We got a lot of lead this week. I did go to a fishing spot, so I probably got probably about a half pound of lead fishing sinkers. I'll put that in one of my lead scrap buckets. Not bad. What else do we have here? Some little odds and ends. I got that hose piece. I did get an e-cig this week and a toy car that cleaned up pretty well. That'll be salvageable, and I'll be able to give that away. Pretty cool. I was going to show you guys this. It's actually a find from last week, but I cleaned it up, and it actually came out pretty well. That Luger charm. It's aluminum, made in Hong Kong, but it's kind of a neat little find. Certainly strange. What else do we have? Got a ton of pull tabs. There's probably about 50 to 100 pull tabs there. I was digging the low tones. I was looking for my gold this week. Didn't happen, but we did find a lot of other stuff. A few bottle caps. That grape knee-high is kind of cool. Coca-Cola. Trivia twist. I was going to show you guys that. It says an elephant's eyelashes are 4 inches long. So it's kind of an odd little find. There's all my clad change for the week. Clad quarters, clad dimes. And then I got some nickels. And all I found about $15 in change this week. That's not bad at all. I'm going to clean all this up and cash it in and turn it in for something cool. The cool coin, more than likely. We got 4 tokens this week. I didn't show you guys this one coming out of the ground, but we got 4 tokens. The Commonwealth Theaters token, the heads and tails token there. There's a just kind of generic token, no cash value. And then I did get a pocket change token. These are pretty cool. I find these occasionally. At one time, pocket change was a pretty popular arcade across the nation. What else do we have? A bunch of kind of just random stuff. There's a big piece of copper wiring. I was going to show you guys this. I find a lot of pull tabs, but I don't really remember finding a pull tab, a ring pull tab with a denomination on it. Was that a prize you could win, maybe 25 cents? I don't know. Somebody out there knows, please tell me. I got 2 keys this week. I showed you that one coming out of the ground. There's that Mickey Mouse flattened penny. It's kind of cool. Got a bullet right there. Broken ring. I actually ended up with 2 wheat pennies, a 45, and what was this one? I didn't show you that one either. 54, I think. So 2 Wheaties. There is that Naruto charm. That's kind of interesting. It was sitting in the grass. Kind of a neat little find there. Naruto. It's a TV show. Got myself a little neckerchief slide, and then a broken watch right there. And I got 2 pieces of silver, thankfully. I got this purity ring. It's 925. It's not bad at all. It's down there. I think you guys can see that, but a little bit of silver there. And I actually got another little piece of silver right at the end of my hunt this week. It's marked inside of it. I guess it's on the other side. 1 second. It's got some little tiny stones in there, but it is made in China, but it is 925. So 2 little pieces of sterling this week. Not bad at all. But probably my coolest find is this. I actually got this little tiny hat pin that's probably from about 1910. And it's a little stove from the Malleable Steel Range Manufacturing Company of South Bend, Indiana. Pretty cool. I like finding this early ephemera. So all in all, we didn't do too badly this week, folks. We found a lot of stuff. As always, I really appreciate you guys watching the channel. We managed to find some pretty interesting relics this week. 2 pieces of silver, a lot of change, and a lot of trash too. No gold. Maybe next week we'll find some before the year is done. But until next time, I'll see you guys later and stay safe out there. Goodbye now.